And hello, we're back for episode 5, where we're about to get into a shopping episode, apparently. Maybe some travel. Last week we started off after visiting the king and having some formalities around who the characters are, what they do, and what their associations are, before heading out for a bite to eat. Wharton Brace, where the bartender is Marissa. For episode 5, where we're about to get into a shopping episode, apparently. And we are about to kick off. The floor is yours. You are still currently in the tavern. What would you like to do?
Yeah, I forgot about that. I got cucked by my dice.
Oh,
What?
we all?
But okay. That's a
What?
fair.
I didn't realise that fucking tipping a waitress at a gold was frowned upon in a rich area. Screw me.
Platinum around here.
Mm-hmm.
He's a nice guy. Please give him a chance. He'll show Milady exactly what a good time is.
Oh Jesus.
Milady.
Oh, slash nice
You
god.
you even got the neck beard.
I mean, he's not wrong on that one, but
Yeah.
But I'll follow your lead here.
Sorry, what time is it? Like, are we settling down, or are we?
It's still fairly early in the morning. Maybe
Yeah,
about 11.
we had beer for breakfast. Sweet. All right. That's.
Breakfast beer.
Day drinking.
Not fucking that up since I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
I don't see what the problem is, to be absolutely
So the
honest.
cold water.
Oh yeah, so Buster, your character, all he did was just sip on a stein the entire time. So he's just been like mulling on one buzz.
He's been brooding.
Thinking over. It's like, yeah, this stain is starting to get a little bit cold. Gonna need get a little bit warm. I'm gonna need another one. Very, very soon. So did did we end up doing shopping last week?
Nope.
No.
Okay. Well, I still need to do that because my quiver is very light. Very late.
Oh, yeah, I was going to ask you about that, Styx. Over a long rest, I can make a certain amount of arrows or something.
Let's just say, starting off, you can.
I'd need wood first, actually, so I'll have to go shopping for supplies. That's right.
I'd say starting off, we'd get you to roll a d6, and that'd be how many arrows you can craft in the night.
Cool.
And as you continue, you might be able to roll a higher dice.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah. I'll get supplies first anyway, so no, I don't have anything on me.
And while you're sitting here, the screen opens slightly, and Marissa just pops her head in and says, "Sorry, just making sure you're all good for drinks."
I'll need another one, please. This thing I got lost in my own daydream, and this is a bit warm now.
Stinger reaches for a knife and for his leftovers, like as if he was actually using utensils.
So we got.
That's right, because you were using your hands, so you hastily put it down and pick up the cutlery.
Anyone else for drinks before I head off?
Could I grab another as well, please?
And I put my hand up as well.
Anyone not want a drink? Maybe that's easier.
Yeah, I'm all good, thanks.
Thanks.
And she immediately closes it back up. You notice as she opens up the side thing that you hear the noise from outside again. When she closes it back up, you're left in peace to just be yourselves at the table.
That's so cool.
Yeah, that's
So-
a cool thing.
What's the next move?
First thing, we gotta talk to the captain outside, let him know where we're going, and then potentially stock up, restock up.
Need of something, so stocking up would be quite nice.
Yeah, wouldn't mind doing it all once over.
Yeah, I've got to get a few things, eh?
Absolutely. Now, while you guys were talking, I was sort of listening, but I was sort of lost in my own thoughts. We're heading to Karrnath. Heading home.
Yeah,
Am I
I
right?
thinking about that. Is that home for you?
Yeah. That's where I'm originally from. I said that in the I said that in the intro section when we were at the palace. I figured it was gonna end up being more of a problem if I had lied. So yeah, I grew up there. Yeah.
Apparently someone there needs us as well.
Absolutely. Look, and I would always lend a hand down there, so I appreciate that we're heading there first.
Have you still got contacts up that way?
Sure, yeah. There's a few contacts that I know from my time served in the military. I could probably help us out, for sure. For sticks, I don't know who they are, but it's just part of my background because I was a soldier. I'd probably know some people. So you have the whatever you want to do with that one. But look, I apologize. Who is it exactly that we need to go see down there? I caught the ass end of the last little bit of a conversation you were talking about, but I didn't actually hear who the person was.
I'll have to look at
Or is there some place I can get that? Do we
that.
write
Yeah,
that down?
we got a list.
It's probably written down somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, out of character, there is a handout.
I can give you a piece of paper with it. I'll scribble all over it.
It's just a
Is that
napkin.
Been using it as a napkin.
Yeah, we just,
Yeah,
we're just grabbing
thank
a
you.
napkin and
Yeah,
just
I'll wipe my mouth with it.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, sorry. This is. Oh, my apologies. I didn't realize what you were trying to do there. Okay, so
Yeah, was it Vincent Baronet? Male elf inquisitor from Reckonmark. And the problem there is disorder amongst the mercenaries with cold-blooded murder to innocents.
Well, we can't have that.
About the same time,
When we feel like heading out, taking a skedaddle.
No, we're just gonna fresh round of drinks on the way, brother.
and at that moment, Marissa pops her head back in and brings in all the drinks that you ordered. So would that be all then?
Thank you.
Probably for the moment, yes.
Not a problem. That'll be 10 silver.
Darling will just slide.
Anyone got
Damn.
change?
Bro, who's
Oh,
paying?
darling will just slide like a bunch of silver over to her.
when she says a couple silver, Darian sort of picks up the mug and starts to drink and just blows it back into it. Apparently there was a little bit more I missed. 10 silver. For all these.
I put my hand on his shoulder and go, bruv, we're in the rich part of town. You gotta understand that they charge a little bit more up here.
Oh my goodness. 10 silver would get 50 rounds back at the tavern where we met.
Oh, is it 10 silver like 1 gold?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
What the hell do you need change for?
Anyway,
Oh, the alien's already like slid it, like stacked it, and just slid it over to her. Because I'm assuming
It
he's
was
right at the end of the table.
It was my way of not paying.
He's already just bang, slid it down the thing to her.
How did you two meet?
Who?
oh, old
Yourself and
friends.
Darian.
Oh, we're old friends.
So,
friends.
I'm literally just gonna look at you and like not say this out loud, but through message,
Oh,
I go, we tell him the truth.
He just says, we barely know these people. Absolutely not. Like they don't need to know that.
Done.
Everything.
Done. I look back at you and just go, oh, fucking met on the road and hanging out since.
yeah, cool. That'd be a bit like,
Yeah.
feel like me and gotten your name, Brad?
Oh, wow.
But I can't.
It's fucking Ellie.
Ellie. I
Ellie
can't.
Ray.
I have no reference.
There's a page.
All you humans look the same to me.
That's so good.
Oh dear. Me and Ellie, but the same way.
Interesting. Yeah. It's nice that we definitely weren't the only ones that met that way. Yeah, absolutely. Anyway. So getting to Karrnath, that's quite a distance from where we are. What's the plan on getting there? We're gonna take the train, the monorail,
It's a free
Taking
travel.
the scenic route, or
or are we gonna do some sightseeing on the way? Anyone have a preference?
Just quickly, have we changed map or something? Because I'm currently on a black screen.
Oh, I'm not. No.
No, we're looking at art.
art of the city.
So I'm hitting rejoin,
Right.
but it's not taking me back.
You're already on there.
Let me swap it.
Oh, I see you.
Man, I'm just gonna refresh roll 20.
I usually fix it.
No, it doesn't, because it looks like you are to rejoin now, though.
Yeah, because I hit dark mode and it's been brute and just lost everything. There it is.
Oh,
All good.
dark mode is beautiful.
It is.
But it's a wee bit boogie.
I'm using it for my GM view, but the player view is light mode just because it's easier to read the text on screen.
Mate, for me, I feel like it runs better.
No, but like for the stream and shit.
Ah, right. Yep.
Yeah, I had a look at it. It was the reds on the black wasn't as easy to read.
Yeah, righto. Fair.
Yeah, I don't mind whether we take a scenic route or we head straight there. I haven't seen much of the country, so.
While ordinarily I wouldn't be opposed to taking the walking route, I look down at the list and go, I don't think that some of these are going to be waiting for us to take our time.
I
Fair.
tend to agree there, and I'm eager to get this one taken care of as soon as possible, if that's okay with you lot.
No, that sounds like words of wisdom.
Look, but before we even think about that, look, I'm absolutely tapped for any type of ammunition. So I'd love to do some shopping if everyone's finished with their drinks, and Darian's just gonna tip his ale mug up on its end and drain the last of it.
Mm-hmm.
I'll try and get some supplies for you, dude, Darren. I'll be able to probably make a few arrows for us when we're out on the road.
Absolutely. Look, and 100%, I really appreciate that. But I'd like something like 40, because this is all I do, and I fire them at a rate of knots. I tend to go through them quite quickly, so I'm probably gonna need another quiver and a bunch of new arrows, if that makes sense.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and I appreciate your thing, but making arrows takes time, so I'll probably get some extras off you at a later date, if that's okay.
Yeah. I still need supplies myself to be able to even make them.
Absolutely. Darian sort of like brushes his hands off and goes, "Okay. Is there anything else? Any other reason you want to stick around here? Because like I can go out and I'll meet you back here if you guys have got talking to do. I know I've got a couple of things to grab, but I don't want to hold the rest of yous up. You know what I'm saying?"
Dalian sort of like grabs the spoon that came in his house and sort of like spins the drink and then downs and he's like, I've gotta go get some things as well. I might tag along with you if you don't mind.
No, absolutely, definitely.
Is anyone looking of getting a bag of holding?
Oh, I'm not sure I've got the funds.
Yeah, I think
Something
we might
like
be a little
that.
bit poor for that, my man. Like, I don't know about you, but I am not made of coin.
We got
Oh,
bags,
I'm not-
we hold things.
I'm not sure how much they're worth, but I might look into it.
5.
Yeah, bag of holding. Last time I even saw one of those was hectically expensive, like thousands of gold.
I mean, we could go and have a look-see, but... Yeah.
Definitely. If you
Question. We're doing this all for the greater good and all that sort of helping folks out, right?
Right, law lady.
No, I'm just saying that if we borrow it for a while and just hand it back once we're done.
I retract the law part.
right, and that's your professional opinion for the best of the for the greater good, obviously.
Well,
think
I'm
what,
just saying, if people ain't using it, it's just sitting there gathering dust.
Oh, I'm just gonna give you a side eye and just like the full once over. Based on what you're saying, I don't really know how to word this. How's your body language when you're saying this? Is this something that you're really comfortable in saying, or is this like, I'm saying this to try and fit in type thing?
Oh, it's sort of like, she's kind of not, just like very sort of laid back about it. Sort of, no, we'll just hand it back. Like, we just need this for something, and then we'll toss it back when we're done, you know?
The last time Ellie borrowed something from me, I didn't really get to see it again, but...
Well, that was a purchase.
Yeah, she did pay me for it, so...
True. that is different. That is different, Stigger. But look, she does make a fine point.
We can just go ask one of the official people from the big town up top and say, hey, we need one of them fancy bags there. Can we just borrow it for a while? Tap, hand it back.
I did say that we had some supplies maybe from the Dark Lantern's armory or something.
Absolutely. Look, we definitely have a level of status now that we can attempt to call upon.
Maybe they have plenty of arrows for
Level of status. Come
on.
No.
Yeah, no, true. We're top secret, aren't we? I forgot about that.
That's not our armory, though, I believe. And he sort of pulls out some of the marked gold think these will get us a bit more than what they would have gotten us in other places. Or perhaps yourself anyway. The things I need, I doubt, but perhaps
I
yourself.
think we need to find someone to change it, if we're quite honest.
Well, they have their own, as you mentioned, their own armory. So I assume we can sort things out there.
Yes, but how are you going to hand that over in Karrnath?
That's what I mean. We sort it out at the armory. Maybe see if we can get it changed into. He does like air quotes, regular gold.
Unmarked gold.
Use whatever we need and then get the rest changed into unmarked gold. If they'll do it. If they won't, then
Someone will.
or presumably, given what they are, maybe they have other places that they operate out of.
I could suspend it all.
Okay.
Well, I'll leave it up to y'all if whatever you guys want.
Well, if I see a bag of holding out there while I'm looking about, I'll certainly point you in the right direction. At the moment, I'm not sure I need it, but it will eventually be good to have on board. That's for sure. Yeah.
Were you going with Darian there, Dardella?
Yes.
Yeah, our group name is Double D.
Wink.
I'll come and tag along.
That stands for 2 dudes.
And I'm gonna sort of slide down off the seat and walk on past Ardeli and like lightly punch him in the arm and go, "Okay, let's get going, people."
He falls unconscious.
He falls unconscious.
Instantly dead.
Yeah,
Millions are
Roll
killed.
death saving throw.
Oh no, I forgot he was a caster.
Shouldn't have made Constitution my dump stat.
Oh, fuck. Sorry, that's a failure.
That on my tombstone.
Jesus!
That's a failed saving throw.
Yeah. Honestly, I think with how my rolls generally go on roll 20, if I start needing to make death saves, I'm fucked.
As Darian gets up and walks past and makes the bonding move and shit with Dardalian, Uthal will get up and go, look, where are you guys gonna head to? Well, gotta go see a man about a dog, but I'll meet up with you guys.
The armory first.
I don't know. I might take a nap here.
What?
Well, we have this spot.
Yeah, I think the first place I'm gonna be heading is to the Fletcher. But I wouldn't mind checking out a few other places along the way.
I'm gonna try the armory, and then if I can't get what I need there, probably a jewelry store.
All right. Well, I'll climb on up to the roof, have myself a little nap in the sunshine. You just come on back and yell for me when you're all done.
Well, do you need anything, miss?
No. Got everything I need.
Sounds like a good thing to do, Ellie.
Oh, I need some rest.
Enjoy.
And as the group of you start to depart your booth, you realize that the patrons have started to pick up in here. It seems like there's a happy hour at lunch.
Ah, dang it!
If we're leaving as the tabletop dancing starts,
I don't think it's that kind of place.
Table, we dance when we are in.
Damn it! I forgot what time it was.
I hate dance hour.
What do you mean? Yeah,
Early in the morning.
Dance hour. What is it? Compulsory dancing.
It shakes the roof tiles.
It makes it hard to sleep.
Hard to take a proper nap, yeah. All right, yo, go do your thing. I'll meet y'all later down the line. And I will head out and I'll go find a good place to start climbing and make my way up to the roof and just have a little nap.
Napsy doodah.
So as the rest of you depart, you again, this is like midday here in the city, and it's actually quite a lot of people around, all moving about. There's still quite a few who haven't left yet after the celebration of the Jubilee. So there's quite a few people and a few extras here that wouldn't normally be here, still traveling around. Some are sightseeing, some are actually have business to attend to while they're here. Most of the others are just spending a couple of days before they head off to wherever they're from. A few paces down the road towards the marketplace, there's you get the smell of like a bakery. There's a really strong smell of fresh bread, as if it's being cooked just recently, piping hot. But you head down around the corner and you find yourselves entering the marketplace. Hopefully
What?
you can all see that. Did that work for you?
Oh no.
There
Yeah.
are people moving here.
There are tokens.
We'll have to refresh, I think.
Yeah, my
Oh my
the map's
lord, that's
moving
pretty
there.
sick.
And there are birds
And wind.
and
Okay.
wind and...
So much animation.
Chickens on the ground.
Are they chickens? Oh,
They're
they're chickens.
Yeah, look at them. Look at them wandering around like chickie boys. There's a
Oh,
big
some
guy with
load,
goggles.
they're telling us.
They're all big. I don't know what's the scale
They're so
here.
huge.
I feel like the people are really big or the buildings are really small.
Wait, hold on,
Bit of
boys. We're
both.
gonna find out.
Oh, that's fucking cool. Holy shit. Damn.
Yeah, so don't worry too much about the size of the tokens. I blew them up intentionally so you can actually see them and make them stand out. But while I'm doing this, I'm just trying to make sure the other screen that is on stream is actually showing the correct map, because it wasn't.
That's
I don't know what's going
cool.
on there.
If it's not, maybe refresh it.
I just did.
I had a bit of I noticed I had a bit of an issue,
There we go.
like because I accidentally disabled dark mode and then re-enabled it. I think that killed all the maps.
In this marketplace, it's very busy, but it's set out kind of like a bit of a bazaar, with a few permanent shops sitting on the sides, but also through the middle there's quite a number of stalls that are set up. A lot of travelers that come in and set up their stalls. Quite a busy marketplace at this time of day as well. A lot of people are just browsing. A few people are wandering around carrying whatever they've bought. You see people walking around with weapons, a few with armor, others with just some everyday goods like pots and pans and vials and vases. But are you looking for a particular type of vendor at this point?
Yeah, so Darian's going to be looking for a Fletcher or an arrow or an archery vendor, armorer, whatever you want to call him. And not armorer, the weapons.
Fletcher.
It is a Fletcher. I was right. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And probably a good thing that you are in the city of Rote, because this is a full-size city, and there is pretty much almost whatever you could want as far as shop locations here. So it doesn't take you very long to spot a Fletcher. He has a number of ready-made bows, recurve bows, standard bows, a few ornamental-looking bows hanging up out the front, and you can see in behind he's just got quivers upon quivers upon quivers of arrows all piled up.
Alright, I'm gonna head over to him first up. Just get that out of the way as quickly as possible. So, he's gonna. Good afternoon. Is it afternoon yet? I think we're just hitting afternoon. Good afternoon, sir. How goes your day?
Not bad. You looking for some arrows?
Hey,
Maybe a fine bow.
No, my bow is fine enough, thank you. I would like. I'm actually in the market for 40 arrows, steel tipped if you have them, and a nice side quiver, something to hang off my belt, just an extra one. Unfortunately, I'm finding that I'm just going through far more arrows than I was ever realizing earlier. How much would that put me back?
He sort of reaches up and brushes his beard, looking you up and down. I guess sizing you up for what you could be carrying in your purse. He says, you don't have any affiliations, do you?
Yeah, I said it before, but I didn't actually get a thing. We're working for these lanterns, but the relationship is strictly off the books, isn't it?
Correct.
Yeah.
So Sal, standing next to you, would just like pull out one of the king's coins and just show it, like in the palm.
Well,
it's just like poke his head in, just show the coin, and then puts it away again, and then goes back to standing, looking innocently behind you.
I'm gonna go, hey. Pretty impressive, eh?
If this is true, then how many arrows did you say you wanted?
40, thank you. 20 for this wee little quiver, 20 for the new one, please.
I think that would set you back about 8 gold pieces.
8 gold pieces. I think I can work that out. Yeah, absolutely. Thank you. Appreciate it.
You get the arrows, and they're well-made arrows. Like they're not your usual type of arrows. The arrows you had before were basic arrows. Like they didn't have anything special about them. These aren't necessarily going to do any more damage or anything like that. But they just look like much more solid made arrows.
Definitely.
As you take that alien's going to sort of step forward and go, this is probably going to be a little bit more of a strange request, sir, but you wouldn't happen to have any, I don't know, scraps of, say, horn or bits of feather left that you can't quite use on an arrow or a bow or anything like that?
I don't really sell anything of the equipment made here. Not in that sort, anyway.
Oh, that's alright.
You might want to check out the scrap vendor, though.
Alright, thank you. It's sort of, not exactly a bow, but just very, inclines his body. Thank you, sir. Also, is there anyone here that sells just jewels, not jewelry itself, just the gemstones?
He doesn't really say anything, but he just sort of looks up and points over in the corner. And you see him pointing in the direction, in the top left corner of the marketplace.
Should I be worried?
Worried is...
No, he's saying that to the merchant. Just because he didn't say anything, he's just gonna like raise an eyebrow and be like, should I be worried?
I think he's more pointing you in the direction.
Okay. Oh, fair enough.
He just sort of says quietly under his breath, not worried perhaps, but maybe cautious. these traveling merchants are a bit hard to follow their traces, and who knows what matter of ill they've gotten into to get their gear.
Right. The
But are they cheaper?
It'll be fairly clumsy, but he'll like put his hand out to shake this guy and just have like a gold piece in it and like palm it to him. It was like a thank you.
He takes the gold. Doesn't really give you any eye contact.
Thank you, sir.
He just nods.
He's gonna head out and over to the other vendor while you guys are doing your stuff.
So Darian's shoving all the arrows into his quivers and sort of getting them settled nicely. And he looks up at Sal and be like, "So, you tag along for anything, or you just coming for the stroll?"
Sal's just gonna shrug. Stroll. See what my eyes fancy.
Fair enough. Might actually got a bit of extra gold here. Is there an alchemist around?
Having a look around, it does appear to be a potion shop. It doesn't really have any sign out the front or anything, but you can tell by the number of vials that are just sitting on shelves out the front.
Well, excuse me, sorry. I'm gonna. Well, come on then. I still got something I need to get, and I'm gonna walk over there.
As we're walking around, purely out of curiosity, is this going to be keeping an eye out for anything, anyone who looks shady or any signage in thieves' cans, basically just looking for like the kind of like under the counter type sales, if you can find them, like ideally looking for a fence.
Go ahead and make a perception check. Or investigation, your choice. It's very difficult to see fences at the best of times. They tend to look very obscure. They don't stand out. Obviously, for the nature of what they do, they don't want to be caught by the law or any sort like that. So, but you know what to look for, and you think you spot an individual standing not far away, in amongst the many tents and stalls in the center of the marketplace. He seems to be standing there, just flicking what appears to be a silver coin up and down with his fingers, catching it, repeating.
I'm gonna walk over to him, just give him the nod as I approach.
He just looks at you and he says, in a language that only you understand, well, except maybe you, Stigger, if you're following.
I'm not there.
Okay.
You didn't come along for the shopping trip? Or you didn't tag it?
I'm here, but I would still be with the Fletcher.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. And he just says, in your language, password.
I'll look and go, repeating in the language, go, I don't have contacts in this city, but I was hoping to make one.
What do you say that in?
In Thieves' Camp. Well, no, sorry. No, Thieves' Camp's more written. If that's a language I understand, I would reply in Giant.
Thought Thieves' can't be written.
Yeah, Thieves' Camp's verbal.
Oh, is it? Then yeah, I'll be replying to Thieves' Camp then.
Wait, what?
Thieves' Cant is like just meaningless words and phrases, right? That are code.
Or it's like
No.
markings for like this is a safe
Yeah.
house, this is a
Yeah.
target, things like
More
that.
items
It's
and stuff.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
like
Shadow
a,
marks.
Be like, hey, so you see where the dog went? That was interesting. That means like there are guards walking down the street. Careful. You know?
I don't know, DM rolling.
or it's a tip of the hat, or like
It can be both, I
For the,
guess.
for
I
the
think one of them is
interpretation, for the interpretation of this, he didn't specifically say the word password, but you interpret it in Thieves' Cant as password. He
Then
is
yeah,
looking,
I'm trying to.
he's
Alright.
looking to see if you understand what he said.
And I'll just look and just go, I don't know the password.
And he just looks up and he says, right, well, what have you got?
Looking to buy some stuff actually. So if any of you maybe got something that wouldn't be available, maybe a little bit under the counter.
Anything particular?
Oh, more perusing at this point, trying to find out possible assets or equipment caches.
You see as he's also like spending a lot of time like looking behind you, looking around, like his eyes are constantly darting left, right, and center, barely paying you direct attention, just keeping a constant lookout. He just says, he reaches down, doesn't say anything, reaches down into his pockets of his pants, and you see him pull out something shiny, silver, and as it pulls out a little bit further from his pocket, you realize you can see his face. You can see your own face, your reflection in it. Appears to be a silver mirror.
Okay.
And
I look at it. Go ahead, sorry.
He pulls it out far enough for you to get a look at, holds it there for no more than, say, 3 seconds, and quickly puts it back in his pocket again to hide it.
Do I recognize what that was?
Nothing you would recognize, no, just other than it's a hand mirror.
I look at him and went, brother, come on. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm here for the good stuff. Not trinkets, not baubles, just the good stuff.
Make a charisma check. Just a general charisma check.
I think that's good enough.
He, for the first time, looks you dead in the eyes. And he says, before he resumes looking around everywhere else, something about you. Alright, fine. I don't normally do this, not to strangers, but... And he reaches into his pocket. Now at the other side, you see another silver instrument. And he starts to pull it out, and you see what almost looks like a feathered, like a silver feather of sorts. But then you realize there's actually a handle attached. It's in fact a dagger of sorts. It's got a feathered blade.
I immediately become intrigued. Let's go, oh, okay, now that's something interesting.
And he, like he did before, quickly hides it from view. And he just says, in Thieves' Cant, interested?
Yeah. Potentially.
$150 gold.
I need to know more about the item, mate.
Make a perception check.
'Cause I'm worried that I'm just gonna be buying a fucking feather fan at this point.
You just picked this up with your vision. He moves at the speed of lightning. This doesn't attract the attention of anybody else. You've just managed to catch him the movement that he's making.
Mm-hmm.
But as
Open up my jerkin, quickly slot it into one of the slots, and grab my normal dagger and just basically tuck it into my belt, and I'll walk off.
you got it.
Yep. And I'll start heading towards the armory to meet up with the guys when they turn up.
Aren't we on to an alchemy phase? No, armory.
Just waiting for something to load on a handout for this. So I'll get you that as soon as it's ready.
All good.
Dagger of bird killing only kills birds.
If you jinx me, I'll swear to God.
A little offensive as a bird.
You find out the bird was just a paid actor.
He gets back up and just walks away.
That's familiar.
Got swindled.
You're giving me ideas.
Stigger will wants to ask the Fletcher if he's got any materials, arrow making materials, just dowel, arrowheads, feathers.
Uthal, have a look in your magic items. Which is not necessarily to suggest it's magic, it's just
that's
a place to store items.
Oh, okay. But I'm still gonna have it identified, I'm assuming.
Yeah. Sorry, what were you specifically looking for, Stigger?
Materials for arrows. So yeah, dowel, arrowheads and feathers.
Well, if you're at the same place as before and you're there with Darian, when Darian asked for, Dardalian asked for feathers,
and the Fletcher said he doesn't sell the parts.
Guys,
So you probably need to find a scrap vendor.
I want to buy 20 euros off of him as well.
Okay. He takes another look at you and says, "Right. 1 gold."
1 gold. Alright, I'm gonna give him 1 gold.
He pulls forward another small bundle of arrows. 20 of them. Hands them across to you. They're pretty much the same arrows as what you saw Darian buy.
Cool. Thank you very much for that. That restocks my little satchel there. Yeah, Sticker's also looking for, well, for some potions, so there's a Darian that was heading over there. Might follow him.
Alright. Anyone else looking for anything particular before we do that?
I wanted to go to Doug.
Oh,
Get
no,
some
you
files.
good.
So I'll wait to then.
I'm also looking for, like, tools, but I don't know if I can do that just yet. Probably just do potions first.
So Dalian wanted to see the jeweler. I think Dragon said he wanted to go to the alchemy shop as well.
Okay.
Yeah. Was he going to a jeweler or like just gems?
I will find out when I get there. I asked for someone who sold gems and I got pointed in this direction, so...
I'm looking for jewelry, so I'll do that after the files.
And were you looking for anything, Sal?
Sal's going to keep an eye out for gadgets, black powder shops, things like that. You know, the Steam tech, magic tech sort of fit places.
Okay.
Specifically, I'll be quite open, he's just looking to get a pistol.
Alright. We'll deal with the alchemist first because it's on the way. You head in towards the shop with all the vials, all the different coloured vials out the front. It's just a stall, this one. It's not really a shop, so to speak. And you see the woman behind, and she says, "Oh, good day. Thank you for visiting. Is there anything you're looking for in particular?"
Is she talking to anyone in particular? Like, directing her attention to anyone in particular?
She's kind of staring, like, almost in your direction, but not quite. And you get the feeling when you look at her that she's blind, or has at least very low vision.
Oh, good afternoon there, miss. Lovely day outside today. It's quite enjoyable.
Yes, very warm.
Absolutely. Miss, I was looking for a healing potion of the kind, if you have any available. Just the ordinary one, the small one, please.
And how about you? Whoever is next.
I'm also looking for the same.
And you?
Actually looking for empty vials, if you have any spare.
Alright, one of the three of you roll me a D100.
Yeah, I'll do it. 92.
Okay. She heads off, and as you're standing there, you realize that she's got quite the collection of potions here. Many of them are labeled So you'll be able, so you can actually recognize and identify them.
Yep.
And in particular, there's one shelf that happens to have these real crystalline vials, and you can make out the writing from where you're standing. One of them is an oil of slipperiness. There is a filter of love. There is a vial of fire breath. There is some oil of etherealness. There is a vial there of fire giant strength. There is a vial of invulnerability. And a vial of mind reading.
Man. This is an impressive storefront.
They are just sitting not that far away from you, just within arm's reach. You see the woman toddle back and she's bent over, looking through a chest of sorts, sort of moving stuff aside, just humming to herself as she goes through it.
What was the first one you listed?
An oil of slipperiness.
I think I'll just step over and have a look at that one closer.
You reaching out to grab it or just looking at it?
I'll just step over. Yeah, I might. I'll ask if I can have a look at it. What's this oil of slipperiness?
Oh, that's a fine oil. Fine oil. Is it within your price bracket, though? It looks a little expensive for you.
I'm just curious as to how it works.
That one, if you ever get caught or trapped, it can help you escape.
Ah.
Or if you maybe are being chased, you can pour some on the ground behind you and cause everybody to slip over.
That would be quite a sight.
Yes, I like the sound of this. I'd also like to mention to her, I'm actually looking for some alchemist supplies as well.
Ah, are you a craftsman of sorts?
I had a little bit of training back home, but yeah, I didn't bring any equipment with me, so I'm looking to practice some more.
What training did you have back home? And where is home?
One of my carers from the Tsar principalities. She did a lot of healing for our camp and made all kinds of amazing potions, and she used to show me how they were made. And it's a very tricky craft, but I picked up a little bit of it.
Interesting. She brings back a number of vials, and as she does so, she actually slips on something on the ground a little bit and stumbles, but catches herself. But not before knocking the shelf with all the specialty vials sitting on it, and one of them wobbles.
I want to try and grab
and falls. And you see as she deftly tucks all the vials under one arm and then catches it before it hits the ground.
Oh.
And as she walks closer to you, you realize that one eye is very clouded over, but the other eye seems clear.
Can I look around? Is there a red cow anywhere in the room? Is she Daredevil? Just
No, it does
Ask her
actually
about
seem
law.
like she can see. Like she has one good eye. And you notice this, Stigger, that she also seems to have a bright gold earring in her left ear.
Oh.
She
So, oh
brings
wow,
forth
that was impressive. Quicker than me.
Well, when you have spent so much time on the sea, you get used to balance.
Ah.
But I'm too old for that now.
Mm. Wow. I'll just say Sticker's a little bit dumbfounded, actually.
She puts forward the couple of potions that you've asked for, and she reaches down under the table in front of her, and she pulls forward this box. And inside the box, there's all sorts of tools and gadgets, and you make out that this must be the alchemist supplies that you were talking about.
Ooh, those look really nice.
Yes, always handy to keep a store around when you need to use them.
Yeah, I'd love to pick up whatever it is that I need.
Make a charisma check. A persuasion check. Make a charisma check at advantage.
Charisma. Just check.
Yep.
At advantage. Yep.
Oh, you know what, boy? I kind of like you.
I kind of like you.
Ooh. Oh, la, la,
You remind me of a lot of people from back home.
Tell you what, I can do the lot of these. The 2 potions and the alchemy supplies for 100 gold.
Oh, I'll take that.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Was it? So it's 3 of us. Absolutely.
Sticker just pulls out 100 gold, pays for it.
Oh, Stegger, that's not necessary. Please,
No worries.
Allow me to pay for some at least.
If you really want to, but it's fine.
She looks up and she says, "So you're interested in any of my finer potions? I saw you noticing them."
Actually, how much was the potion of mind reading? It seems quite interesting.
Stigger, Darian's gonna put 25 gold into your hand. Sorry, 35. So 35? Is that right? 3 ways? Yeah.
King's gold or just gold?
Just not my normal gold, whatever.
35. Okay, yeah.
35 gold.
Thank you.
Looking in your direction, but again, not quite in your direction, just slightly off as if she's looking behind you. Lisette. She says, "The potion of mind reading, 3750.
Is that just by itself, or is that with the empty vials? Or did they get the empty vials when they got their?
Oh yes, I forgot. Sorry, you wanted empty vials.
That's
How many do you want?
10 or so, just to keep me well stocked up.
Okay. And she grabs a nearby basket, and you hear the clinking of some vials, and she pulls them up onto the table, and she says, "Please, this will be 10 silver."
Sure. So about 38? 37.10, right? I'm sorry. Yeah, I'll pay that.
Well, technically, somebody's already paid for your potion of healing.
I didn't want a potion of healing.
Someone else did. It was.
Oh, okay.
I wanted empty vials and the mind me one.
Oh. You hand over the 38 gold and 37 gold and 10 whatever you've handed over. And she says,
38.
"Oh, I think you misunderstand. The mind reading is 3,750 gold."
That's a very slight miscalculation on your behalf.
Excuse me, my behalf. I told you exactly.
You didn't say 1,000.
I said 3,750. I think your friend here needs to go back and learn some manners. Trying to do an old woman out for all her money.
Sorry, from where I'm from, they do maths differently about that stuff. My apologies.
Oh, don't mind her.
I thought you meant 37.50 as in 37.50.
She doesn't realize how difficult it is to make such a amazing potion.
Tell you what, because you have such nice friends, I'll do it for 2,500.
I'm sure you can tell I don't have that sort of coinage on me.
Then good day.
Hey, when we're next en route and we bring a bit more money, we'll be back.
Sounds good. And she reaches forward and grabs the side of your cheek and gives it a little bit of a squeeze.
Ooh.
Wood. Sexual assault. Wood.
Slam her head into the table. Pepper
It's
spray.
like an old granny. Come on, give her a break.
There goes Grandma.
She's like Grandma from home. Oh, there was something else I was looking for. I'll just ask her. As an alchemist, you have a lot of alchemist supplies and things, but you wouldn't happen to have like anything for collecting herbs?
No, I don't have anything like that. I usually get the herbs from the local greenkeepers.
Oh, yeah. Where would I be able to find them?
Not here, not in Rot.
Not in Red. Okay. Oh, I think that I will ask. I probably don't have the coin at the moment for your much higher quality potions. But how much is for that potion of sleepiness?
If her cloudy eye could twinkle, it just did. And she says, 375.
375. Oof. You know what? I could do 375.
And she reaches back and grabs you the vial. To mark off 375 gold.
Awesome.
Will that be all?
That'll be it for me today. Thank you very much.
And she grabs out a small piece of parchment, and it just has 3 letters on it. And you look it down, and it's written in... What languages do you know?
Sorry?
What languages do you know?
I know Elvish, Common. They're the two. Yeah.
It's written in Common. It just has the 3 letters VIP.
Ooh.
And she just says, if you're out traveling and you see my sister, my twin, just show this card and she'll offer the same prices as I have.
Ah, thank you very much. What's your sister's name?
We forgot our names long ago. You'll recognize her though.
Okay.
Ominous.
Thank you very much.
She dawdles off.
Cool. I'll head off looking for something else to.
Alright, so we'll head off to the jeweler. You head up into the, are you just going by yourself or are you waiting for anybody else?
Sorry, mate?
Are you just going by yourself or are you waiting for anybody else?
Yeah, he as soon as he found out where to go, he sort of walked off there. So I mean, if someone else wanted to come, they can, but...
Did anybody else follow?
Waiting.
With the alchemy shop.
Okay. You head over to this merchant who is wearing all purple. And his beard is even tinted purple. He's standing beside his horse. The horse is carrying... in fact, it's 2 horses with a carriage. But the carriage is fairly small, like it's absurdly small. But it appears that that's his shop. Whatever he is selling, he doesn't need a lot of space, it seems.
Okay.
And as you approach, you see he's just smiling, always smiling. And he seems to be standing there just constantly like flicking his fingers and producing sparks in one hand and purple flame in the other.
Okay. He can sort of like stand off to the side and just like watch him for a minute. And then walk up. Good day, sir.
Good day to you. May the might of the sands greet you.
Thank you. I've been told that you are probably the best person to talk to if I was after jewels.
Yes, I seem to have quite a few of those. But I have other things as well.
Raises an eyebrow when he says that.
My name is Sorab. Sorab the Mirage.
It is a pleasure to meet you, Sarab. I am after, or in the market for, either a diamond or diamonds worth about 300 gold.
I'm just going to say out of character, the music that just started in the background is absolutely perfect. I did not choose that.
The music that we can't hear.
You can't hear it?
Yeah, I can't hear it.
The audio player died.
So stream, you're list jamming to whatever it is. We can't hear it.
The track is actually called The Sandkeepers. I did not know. Hang on, let me bring it back in. It's not working still, is it?
It is now.
Yeah, it is now, yeah.
There you go.
Well, fuck it. That's good.
You see as he turns and, without touching the bag, with just a flick of his fingers, the
The bag on the side of the carriage opens, and 3 diamonds appear, floats towards him. He says, "Are these suitable?"
He's gonna look them over, and if they are, he'll nod. Yes, I believe so. So.
The other thing with your passive perception you would notice is that as he opened the bag, there was something inside that caught your attention. It seems to be some sort of arrow, but it was glistening.
As he's like looking over the diamonds, like making sure that he could actually use them in his spell, like just sort of still looking at the diamonds, he goes, what's the other thing in the bag with them? That looks quite interesting.
Many things in the bag. You have to be more specific.
Looks a little bit like an arrow, I think.
Ah, yes. And he, with the other hand, gestures, and the arrow comes forth. It seems to be just a normal arrow, except strangely it's twisted. Like it's not solid. If you could picture a rope as an arrow, it would almost be like that, except this is very clearly metal. It's strange. It seems to move and flow. Like it has a mind of its own.
Interesting design. What is that supposed to do?
This, my friend, is the arrow of seeking. It will seek any target you have seen before, so long as it is within range. I believe it is 600 feet.
Interesting.
Always hits its target.
Interesting.
That is, of course, if it's not nimble enough to get out of the way.
Of course. Is it single use or multiple uses?
So long as you can retrieve it, it is multiple use.
How much would you charge a poor, hard-working cleric for such a thing?
Go ahead and make a charisma check.
Oh god. What's this fuck up? I have no charisma. Holy shit!
Oh, yes!
Ooh.
Say that.
I could probably part with this for 420 gold.
I must say, after might be a touch out of my price range, but I think I know someone who would buy this from you for that price.
Ah, yes, well, feel free to send them in.
Oh, I will. Or perhaps I'll go get the gold, so the price stays the same.
There is one other way you could perhaps purchase this.
Just
If
looks
you're
kind of
interested.
raised my eyebrow. That would depend on what the other way is.
You see, I am a genie, and I have lost my lamp, my home. If you could find and retrieve this lamp, I could give you a discount.
Can I roll an insight on that?
Yeah, go for it. He is 100% a genie, and he is looking for his lamp.
Okay.
2 19s in a row.
Fucking hell, yeah.
Smashing it.
Watch me crash and burn on the next
Actually,
roll I gotta make.
that's 3 19s in a row if you look at Stiggers.
Yeah.
Not on the dice,
Well,
but yeah.
He reaches into his satchel and pulls out like the 300 in the marked gold and says, "Well, I do find such a bargain to be interesting." He places down the 300 for the gems. I hope you accept this gold.
This is fine. And as
You
you
have
see it travel to him through the air, as it spins, you notice that the symbol of the king has disappeared.
a being of many talents. As he's like carefully putting away the diamonds. Have you any idea where this lamp of yours might perhaps be?
I only know of rumors. There is another merchant. He says he is a prince, but I am yet to be convinced. Prince Sin. X-I-N.
Okay.
I hear that he came across this lamp and he is not willing to part with it.
Well, would he have this on display, have you heard, or?
It could be in his gallery, or it could be with him on his person. I am not sure. But us merchants have a code, you see, we cannot take from one another. So my hands are tied, so to speak.
That would, of course, be bad for your business. It would just be a shame if someone were to perhaps steal such a thing from you, wouldn't it? Be a shame if they sold it onto you. Thinking you might be interested. Now, is he here in the marketplace, or is he somewhere else in the city?
If he were here, he would be somewhere in my vision, but he is not.
Would you be able to provide me with a description, or show me what he looks like?
He conjures forth an image that only you can see.
Okay.
And I will do this when I pull it up.
Wait, did he say he was like in this city or something? Or?
We just somewhere in the city.
Yeah.
He didn't say
You
he was
can
in the
find
city,
Ellie
he said he
so that
wasn't
he-
in his sight.
Oh, yeah. Right. Yeah. Well, more accurately, he said he was in the marketplace. He would be sorry, English. He said if he was in the marketplace, he would be within his sight. I
It
think.
could be like anywhere.
Alright, I am just going to send this to you alone.
Okay. Discord, I assume.
Yep.
Okay. It's the name. Okay. Wait, how is that? Okay, this is gonna sound weird to everyone else. Is that tail attached to that ferret?
Yep.
What the fuck?
What?
If you guys end up seeing the picture, you'll understand.
Is the tail attached to the ferret? Okay, brand new sentences for today.
If you ever see the picture, you'll understand. It's not as weird as that came out, I promise.
It's weirder.
Just seems a bit implausible. Okay. So he looks at it and sort of tries to put it to memory. And he nods and says, well, either I'll be back with your lamp or I'll be back with the 120, he said? 150.
420 for the arrow.
Okay. Fine. Or I'll be back with the 120, one of the two. And holds out a hand.
does not shake it. He does not make physical contact with you. But he just bows, like a quarter bow.
Okay. And Dardalian does the same. And says, "Oh, and, you wouldn't have any small beads, scraps of feather, bone, etc."
No, I do not have any of these things. I can conjure something for you, but I dare say you'd be better looking for the scrap vendor.
Oh, thank you. And where would they be?
I believe there is one here in the marketplace.
Oh, lovely. Well, I'll walk around and see if I can find that, and see if I can find any information on the person who has done you such a wrong. Thank you for your time. He gives him a quarter bow again and turns and walks off. Half looking for everyone else and half looking for the scrap vendor.
As you walk off, you walk past on the other side of the bazaar. You see a very eccentric man, short, just wiry grey hair spitting out in all directions, and he is surrounded by all sorts of small critters, just ferrets, rats, mice, squirrels, you name it, just everywhere, everything around him. And he has quite a number of mechanical gadgets. A lot of them seem to be even animal shaped.
Okay. Interesting.
So, what were you going to do next, Uthal? He might not be back yet.
Yeah, he's AFK in the channel.
So, Sal.
Yep.
You're looking for someone to buy a pistol from?
Correct, yeah. Just seeing what's...
What's available?
Pretty much, yeah. I'm just basically... It's kind of a thing that if I see it, I see it. If I don't, I don't. And I'm just tagging along with the main group because
bit of paper and I'll buy a bit of paper and I'll write down on the note. Thieves Tools price meet at like, I don't know, and I'll just try and like pick like a really obscure like laneway or something like that. It's like identifiable enough, like with like a sign over the top or something.
Okay.
And I'll walk past the shady vendor I had before, and I'll just drop the note in front of him, and I can just keep walking.
Okay.
And I'll head over.
As you turn around to head back, you see that he has it out ready for you.
I don't know how much.
Make a general charisma check. $30 gold.
I nod and I'll start walking towards the alley, and I'll do the trade-off over there if he comes that way. Well, he's happy to do it in the plain sight.
There's enough cover here underneath the awning that he is standing under. From where he is positioned, he has particularly chosen this spot, but it doesn't make him any less cautious.
Right, so I'll give him 30 gold. I'll grab these tools and I'll mosey on out, and I'll go back to meet up with Stigger.
Okay.
Walk up to you, going, 30 gold, mate.
I'll give you 30 gold.
I hand you the thieves tools, and I'll go with you where the rest of the group are.
Thanks, mate. That was easier than expected.
I know a guy.
Awesome.
As we're walking, I'm just going to put my hand on your shoulder, lean down and go, if you tell anyone, it won't go well. You found these. Wink.
You don't tell anyone. And I'll give you a wink back.
So let's fund the group.
Are we heading back towards like the weapons vendor or whatever? Whoever's down there, AY or something?
I was with the main alchemy group, so I assume we just all walked past it at the same time.
So
I've just pulled up
then. Yep.
Seeing you standing close by and seeming to be paying his stall quite the attention, the man steps forward and just says, "Greetings and welcome to Azan's Wonders."
Azan's Wonders. You look a little overdressed for the area. Is there sandstorms we should be worried about?
Not really. I just don't like to show my identity around these parts. I'm sure you understand.
Even better and better.
I love the goggles, mate.
Yeah, really cool, actually. I should make a set. Anyway, what do you sell, Azan? What's available today?
If you're looking for armors or for weapons, or those sorts of things that you may need on your travels, I have those sort of goods. Were you looking for something in particular?
I'll go first. Everyone else, I guess, has a shopping list, but I'll go first here. Azan, do you happen to have a black powder pistol? Or components of one? I'm tinkering. I'd like to mess around with it.
And you see him start looking for things in a pile. And then, out of the corner of your eye, you see the dog looking his direction. And then he goes, yes, over here. And goes to another pile and pulls forth a small pistol. A flintlock. Is this kind of what you're looking for?
I look at it. Does it look like it'd be fairly easy to dismantle and reassemble, take apart? For that?
Do you have any particular tool skills?
Yes, I have all of them. I'm an artificer. I can tinker.
Go ahead and make a tinker's check.
16.
It looks fairly reasonable enough to pull apart. You can quickly identify all of the screws and joins. You can make the outline of where the glue would be used, if there was any glue, but mainly the screws and rivets that have been used to put this together. Should be easy enough to do.
Much was set me back for this.
Oh, for this old piece of junk? 50 gold. And then, as he says that, the dog just goes... He goes, sorry, I mean, 150 gold.
The heck?
Interesting.
The druid's actually running this joint.
That's what I'm thinking. I'm just going to raise an eyebrow on that, but I'm not going to remark on it. I go, all at 150, throw in a bag of shot and some scrap pieces of leather and metal, if you got any.
Go ahead and make a persuasion check.
Persuasion. Oh.
While he's doing this,
No!
while he's trying to persuade him, I'm going to go over and pat the dog.
As you get close to the dog immediately just looks and bares his teeth and just... And then, following that, the dog looks at you and says, "Hands off the merchandise."
Are you the merchandise? And I'll kneel down to get on his level.
The dog has not changed his position, continues to bare his teeth, and just says, "If you try to step any closer, I will bite."
I have never met a talking dog before.
I really wanna fuck with this dog now.
I am not really a dog. I have just been left in this shape.
Wait, so someone turned you into a dog or made you a dog?
I don't know. I have the mind of a dog. What do you think?
Oh, that's fascinating.
Like I said, hands off the merchandise.
Fair enough.
Is everyone at this merchant right now, or is it only a portion of the group?
Everyone except for Dardalian's here.
Right. I'm gonna cast a message only to Darian, if he's there. Look at him go. Do you reckon I should bark like a dog, wink, and I look at the other dog?
I mean, sure. If that's what you're feeling, I'm not sure what you're trying to achieve here. Is it some sort of a joke or?
I just look at you and just nod.
Okay. Go for it.
I'm just gonna look over towards this dog, and like I said, I'm gonna wait till Stigger steps back. So I'm not gonna try and antagonize it. But then I'm gonna cast message into the dog's head and just bark like a dog and go. Rah!
As you do that, Azan just recoils slightly. And then he says, "I'm sorry, this is not for sale."
Wait, what? The dog's not?
He puts the pistol back in the pile.
Oh, fuck! No! Anyway, I'm sorry.
All good, my friend. All good.
I'm sorry, Eloy. I'm sorry.
Hopefully we can meet again under a better circumstance. You'll have to forgive my companions. And you just get death glares as Sal walks off.
That was all through message. I didn't do it out loud. I cast a message to the dog that growl like a dog.
Nobody knows who did it.
Weird.
I'm sorry, AY.
I think I was going to just say, I like your outfit, as he leaves the dog.
Hearing that happen, and as the group starts to walk away, I'm gonna walk over and go, "Oi, no, but seriously, how much for the stuff?" I apologize for the joke with the dog. It was in bad taste.
You saying that to who?
Azan.
Make a charisma check.
Oh, come on, big money and no whammies.
Azan just says, like I said before, it is not for sale.
Never met a merchant that didn't want coin. Seems odd.
Azan looks down at the dog. He just says, Jazil does not like you.
He doesn't need to. It's my coin that he likes. I'm taking it. I mean, surely you've got to, buy food for the young one.
At this point, the Jazil starts growling again. And Azan says, "You don't realize I'm not actually the merchant. I am just the figurehead."
Looking closely at Azan, is there any flesh visible?
There is.
So it's like he's an actual human, not like a robot in disguise.
He's not a robot. He does have dark skin, and like almost like a lavender color. But you do notice that. And go ahead and make a perception check. You do notice, and that's another 19. But there is a subtle hint that he has a tail.
Okay.
And when you look closer over his headwear that he's wearing, you notice that it has like these spaces or these cups about where ears would be, except the way it's sitting on his head, it's not where his ears would actually be. Perhaps he had horns at one stage?
My friend, interesting attire that you're wearing. One would say you're trying to hide up your demonic origins.
There is no need to hide those sort of origins.
There's the one wearing a costume.
One would think that if you are in such need of the goods
that I sell, that perhaps one would be much more polite. Those of my guild would certainly not hesitate to reciprocate my feeling towards you.
Yeah, that is it, me. And I'll turn around and walk off and go. And I'll catch up to Sal, and I'll apologize profusely.
As you walk past, you go, went well, I take it.
Shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up! I actually feel really bad. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, AY.
Oh, good.
No, I feel fucking terrible now.
The jokester. We all know what you are, mate.
I didn't think that it'd go down like that.
Hey, boy. Sorry, Sal. As you are walking away, you hear the voice of Jalzeel in your head. You may return at a later stage, but not with that one.
I'm just gonna almost pause, look around the group, and just subtly nod at Jazeel and keep walking away.
So anything else anyone wants to do here?
Sorry, you go.
I was just gonna
I
say,
just wanted to ask the group if we were, I don't know, still in need of maybe a bag of holding.
I don't think we'll have the coin for it, dude.
yeah,
I want to ask.
We definitely won't have the coin for it.
I mean, we can go and investigate, but I do not believe we'll have the coin for it.
I just want to know how much it costs.
Listen, absolutely. Everyone will always be in need of a bag of holding. There's no doubt about that. If you have a solution, by all means, please utilize. But I'm sorry, mate. I'm nearly tapped. Nearly tapped for gold, even with the small amount I gave you before. That's
Oh, it's very much appreciated. Thanks very much.
Yeah. I mean, you got us a really ripper price. So it was going to cost me 50 gold otherwise. So yeah, no, that's neither here nor there. I appreciate it, but I'm not sure I'd be able to put any money towards a bag of holding. Definitely nothing of value that we require.
Yeah, that's fine. I just
back?
want to know for the future.
Oh,
Sorry, Jack.
No. I just wanted to check, see if I was back with the group sticks. So I got a little confused there.
I think at about this time you'd probably be able to have met up with them.
Okay, yeah. Can I just subtract like a few silver from like having visited the junk merchant? Just for like some extra beads and things. Oh, awesome.
Roll it around 20 silver.
20 silver. Okay, sure. Okay. So Dardelian's gonna like walk up to the group, sort of like take a look at everyone and see that, you know, it all looks like he feels like a bit shit and things like that, I guess. And he's like he's got like a few strands of hair and he's like weaving a few new beads and things into some of his hair. He goes, well, I don't know how things have gone for you all, but I may have a quick job for us, depending on how you all feel about being or doing things that may perhaps be slightly, and of course only slightly less than legal. Consider it a reclamation job, if you will. Just something that, and he's going to turn and look at you, Darian, something that you might be interested in.
The music.
It's the heist music.
Oh yeah.
We got a job.
Oh god.
But 7 ways.
Oh fucking hell. Yeah, he's gonna go. So, I met someone who wants something of theirs back that another merchant somewhere in town has.
Oh, another merchant. This will go well.
Yes. They think the merchant in question apparently thinks of himself as a prince. Has a lamp that belongs to the person I just met.
Do you want to steal something for somebody you just met?
Well, it would get our
sorry,
friend here a very interesting arrow.
Reclaim as I look around and just make sure that no one heard that.
Well, given that the person I just met is a djinn, and they would like their lamp back.
Did you say you had it?
Yes, someone calling themselves Prince Shin. It's a very interesting ferret.
Point me in the direction, I can go get it for you.
I don't know where they are, but yeah. I might need to ask around and find out where they are. He's not in this marketplace. Apparently the merchants have an agreement, they don't steal from each other.
What exactly are we doing? Why would we be doing this to help this djinn, though?
Well, you know, can't hurt to have a djinn owe you a favor, and also it gets him a very interesting arrow. That otherwise would cost about 120 gold. Like, given as you were, and he's going to look at you directly, Darian, given as you were talking about your arrows, or the lack thereof, considering that this one's reusable and apparently quite good at hitting its mark, would probably be useful for you.
Cost of that?
Probably why. But yeah, he shrugs. Is of course up to the rest of you if you want to help out.
I'm happy to scout things out.
Personally, wouldn't mind having a djinn. Feel as though they owed.
No, so you might want to repeat that for Buster if you just got back.
Long.
Sorry, but someone trying to
No, you're all good, mate. You're all good.
Sorry about that, guys.
25 words or less version is Dardalian's come back and basically said, hey, so I just met a djinn who wants their lamp back, and in return for getting their lamp back, we can get you an arrow that you can reuse.
An arrow I can reuse. I can reuse all of my arrows as long as I hit the target correctly.
Well, doesn't really miss unless the opponent is quite nimble. As long as you can find
arrow.
it, you can reuse. Yes, it is. It looks quite interesting, to be honest. Would otherwise cost you 120 gold.
How much?
120.
120 gold. We can get it
very
free.
good at bargaining.
Interesting. And I
we can
assume
get it for free as long as we get this in his lamp back.
Okay. I assume it's on the way to Karrnath then, is it?
Well, somewhere in this town. The person who has it is apparently somewhere in this town.
Right.
I'll jump in there and say he didn't say that.
No, Dardalian knows he didn't say that. All he knows is that he has to ask around for him. All we have to do is ask around for someone with a ferret with an abnormally long tail, calling themselves Prince Shin.
Right. Well, if everyone else is down, I'm definitely interested. That's for sure.
Or even if it is on the way to Karrnath, we can do that and come back with the lamp. So, as I was saying before, I don't mind having a djinn feel like they own me.
100%. An arrow of such a kind could be very, very interesting for our arsenal. That's for sure.
I believe he called it an arrow of seeking. As I'm not an archer and not given to enchanting things,
Have I ever heard of that type of an arrow? Sticks?
Not really. No. Seems to be a unique item.
I can't say that I've ever heard of anything of the like, but if you say that it is good, I'm open to it. Definitely.
The other part about it was that
The way it always meets its target is that it can't be blocked by anything.
Oh, yeah. He snaps his fingers, he goes, oh yes, the accuracy thing. Apparently as long as you have seen the target and they are within your range, whatever that might be. I confess I do not understand archery.
So think of Yondu.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm fully.
So
yeah.
you're saying I have to whistle at it, is what you're saying?
Ardalian shrugs as I don't know how you archers do your thing. All he said was that as long as you've seen the target before, or whatever type of target it is, it won't miss.
Interesting. Okay. Well, like I said, I'm definitely down. Definitely down.
Lovely.
No problems there.
Lovely. As he's saying that, he's like finally finished, like, braiding in some extra beads and things. So even more of a fucking cacophony of sound around his head. Well, we might as well ask around. I assume you guys have probably met more people than I have. They might know.
I'll look over towards
does that need anything else?
I'm set up. I'm quite ready to leave whenever everyone else is.
Do you have one other thing if we're all finished shopping?
What's that?
Is everyone finished shopping in the market?
Yeah. Got my health potion, got my my arrows. I'm ready to go.
Dragon, did you want something?
What about bread?
No, I have nothing really in mind that I'm looking for.
Still asleep on the rooftop.
Oh yeah, man.
Is Dragon here?
Got my hat over my face. We're good to go.
Let's go back. I just want to get a drink while you were talking about the arrow.
I was like, does Lisette need something else? I do.
I did want to get a white stone ring. That's one of my components.
Nice.
If that's alright.
Where are you wanting to head for that?
Anyone's basically got some basic jewelry. Will probably suffice. I don't think it's going to be too uncommon.
Your best place is still going to be Sarab for that.
Oh, okay. Wait, which one's Sorrel again? Sorry.
That is the.
You mentioned that Dardalian will show you where he is.
Do you go with him?
Yeah. No reason not to.
As you begin to approach, Sarab looks up and says, with his never-ending, perpetual smile on his face, he just says, "Ah, so you already found my lamp?"
Not yet. My companion here is after some jewelry.
Oh, yes,
Currently
of course.
finding out where this person is.
Yes, I'm looking for a ring, hopefully made out of white stone. If it's got gem on it, it's a plus, but doesn't need to.
White stone ring. Let me see. And again, he gestures towards the carriage, where you see something open, moves about a bit, and then you see a ring come forward, white ring. And he shows it to you, and you also see a second ring that he follows behind, but he holds his one back a bit further. The white stone ring, as you requested. Perhaps I can also show you this other ring.
Sure. I will.
If you
Why you got it at?
If you've ever been in a pickle where you need to avoid something, this is the ring for you. Are you nimble on your feet?
Yeah, I'm pretty good on my feet.
This is better. This is a ring of evasion. Interesting.
How much? For the price, yeah? What are we looking at?
Give me a charisma check.
Charisma. It's on Roll GM still.
Ah, right, because I didn't see it on the other screen.
Sorry. That's a 16.
Okay. Let me see. How much for this ring? What can I part for? I will do it for 2,200 gold.
Definitely, not currently in my price range at the moment.
That's getting all the big offers.
Yeah. I must look like I'm loaded or something. Everything
Yeah,
cost me
no.
$1 million dollars. How much for just the white ring for now? I'll get back to you on the other one when I have a bit more coin in my pocket.
For the white ring, it is 47 gold. Don't forget, if you find my lamp, I will give you 1,000 gold discount.
Is that on both items? Because I hear you're going to give a discount on an arrow.
We'd already sorted out the discount, but there was a potential for it to be free if we found this gentleman's lamp.
Okay.
Not
Well,
not quite what I said. I was offering a discount. My discount offer is 1,000 gold if you bring back my lamp.
I was going to say, it did seem a bit
Well,
much for a merchant to give something away. But,
as I said, free. There's a slight smile on his face.
so the thousands altogether, how much was the arrow?
120.
420, to be exact.
420? Oh yeah, alright. We might. No, you know what? I'll just get the ring now, just in case. I sort of need it, and who knows how long it's going to take us to find your lamp. No offense.
None taken. Pleasure doing business. You see, as the gold that you hand over also no longer has the head of the king on it.
Oh, I'm using that gold? Sweet.
I have one final question for you, sir.
Yes, of course.
That thing you do there with the gold. Would you be would you be willing to do something similar with these later on? I have the feeling that if I were to travel somewhere else, it probably wouldn't be as accepted as, say, he's going to pull out like one of the gold, like one of the normal gold pieces he has on him. It wouldn't be as accepted as perhaps one of these. I wondered if you would be willing to do something similar for myself, or if it only applies to transactions that you make.
We'll do this for you. For a small fee.
I had a feeling. And what would that fee be?
10%.
Seems fairly reasonable. keep that in mind. I'll keep you in mind before I leave this town. And again, he does the quarter bow.
He returns the bow. And then he stops for a moment and he says, "Oh, wait one moment, would you?" And he quickly goes back to the bags. And you see a small object come out and float in your direction, Lisette. And he says, "You can take this. If you use it and pin it to yourself, you might have to spend some time attuning to it. But when you do, it will give you bonus for your friendly... What shall we call it? I don't like the name familiar. Your conjured
My
friend.
partner.
Your partner. Exactly. Great. It will give you bonus damage when your partner decides to attack.
Just looking at it, what's it look like? Is it shiny and pretty, or is it kind of dull looking?
It's a shiny looking dragon shaped pin.
Nice. Alright, yeah. I'll take it. How much for this?
No charge. You see, I can tell when somebody looks after their friends. And when they do not look after them, you might say things get a bit more expensive.
I could imagine.
I'll make an insight check. Sorry. Sorry to butt in.
Which one? On him.
Yeah, on him. Not on you, on him, yeah.
Yeah, go for it.
16.
He seems to be completely legitimate. You get the feeling that for any like wizard or ranger or any sort of like character who has a pet of sorts, that he does not abide mistreatment of them.
Ah, right. Yeah, because he wasn't sure if it was like a more pointed thing about get my fucking lamp or else.
Yeah, right. So if Mr. Wizard is fucking slapping around his pet bat, he's gonna get some fucking horrible prices.
Or constantly sending them into die and stuff like that. Yep.
Right.
Because
thank
he
you.
has been in that position himself.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
I've already put the ring on. I'll put the pin on as well. I'll put on the scarf.
You will need to attune to it, so that will take an hour.
Oh, okay. I'll do that later then.
You can wear it, but it just won't have any effect yet.
No, yeah, that's what I was thinking. I'll just put it on for now. I can tune to it later.
That's cool.
Anything else?
Besides thanking him, no. That's all I needed was the white ring.
Okay. All right. Where are you headed now? Back to the Haunted Race?
Sticker has just two things I do want to look for. Is just some, I don't know, some timber and things to make arrowheads and some feathers and stuff.
I'd say you could probably do that at the scrap vendor. That might set you back 2 gold.
Cool. And I wanted to just ask around about how much a bag of holding would cost.
There isn't really anybody here that sells one, but a couple of the vendors do suggest that those sort of items would set you back in the vicinity of about 1,000
to 5,000 gold, depending on the vendor.
Okay. Good to know. Sticker's good to go.
I don't know if any either Darren or Ruthel or anyone was going to ask around here, because out of character, I know that Uthal at least, even though he's AFK currently, Uthal at least has found a contact here. But if we go back to the pub, I might just ask the what's her name? I completely blanked on her name, but I asked the bartender like if they know who this Prince Shin is, unless someone wanted to ask around here.
Sounds more like a party decision. Did we want to check around here if anyone knows about him, or did we want to just?
Yeah, I figure here.
I'll go have ask around.
Yeah.
Can I ask Mr. Einstein up the top?
Well, yeah, that's a good point.
Heading up there?
Yeah, I'll head up there.
Are you all going with him?
I might just walk around and ask random merchants.
Okay.
Well, I might take a stroll with him. Let's see if.
Yeah, Darian's gonna just follow Uthal. It's definitely not his realm of expertise, the old talking aspect.
Okay. And which way is Uthal going?
I think he's AFK.
Yeah, comics AFK.
And which way is Sal going?
Follow me along.
As you approach this vendor, you see there is just so many animals here. Like, there is so many little critters, birds, small rodents. Like, if there is a small creature that you could picture, it is here. Like, he has that many around him, and they seem to love him. Like, they sit on top of his head, in his hair, on his shoulders. There's even a couple in his pockets. Around him as well, there is not just the living, as in flesh and blood creatures, but also many mechanical ones as well. Anything from metallic construct owls to construct rats. All sorts of different gadgets and everything here from this stall. And as you approach, he looks up at the group of you and he says, "Oh, you're welcome to Melvin's Marvelous Menagerie."
Oh God.
Oh.
What can I do you for?
Oh wow, the fellow herdsman.
Dude, you're gonna be sold next.
Is this a herd?
A herd, alright, man, alive. You've certainly got us some variety.
You get interrupted when you say that by a very loud from a large green frog sitting on his foot.
Oh. We're actually wondering if yourself or one of your companions here would have seen a man, and I just described what Dardelian described. Kind of, looks a bit like a ferret, kind of.
Shin is his name. Or at least I think that's what he calls himself. His ferret has a abnormally long tail.
Yes, I know Shin. Yes, I know him. What do you want with him?
Oh, I was told he had some interesting items for sale. I was curious to go see them.
Ah, yes, he is quite the collector.
Yes, I don't know where he is right now, but he is not here.
Would you happen to know where his home is?
I believe he might set up somewhere in Fairhaven, but outside of that, he could be anywhere. We travel a lot, those of us in the guild.
Trader's Guild.
Yes, you could say that. Oh, and you can call his ferret Fred. That is what I named him when I sold him.
Interesting.
You wouldn't happen to have Stig will just look around at his menagerie. Would he have a hawk of any type?
Hawk? Make a perception check.
Perception.
Looking around, there is a hawk. It doesn't look friendly. It seems to be tilting its head towards each of you. You get the feeling that this might be the security of this shop.
Are we still in, which shop are we in at the moment?
Marvelous menagerie.
Oh my lord.
He looks at you and he says, "Can I interest you in a friendly companion?"
I see you have some security.
Oh,
That's
yes.
actually...
You met Harry up there. Yes.
I was actually looking for maybe a Harry of my own.
You were looking specifically for a hawk, I guess.
Yes. Or similar. But,
I think I have a construct back here that I made when I was tinkering after trying to, make a friend for Harry.
Oh, really?
Yes, here. And he ducks back into the shop. He spends about 5 minutes as he's digging around. You hear lots of clinking and clanking, and a lot of the animals are taking that opportunity to duck into the little fee pouch that's sitting on the back of his jacket. He returns 5 minutes later and he says, "Yes, here we are. This is Henry."
Henry and Harry, eh? Very nice.
How
much would it be for the Henry, wasn't it?
You have a look over it, and it's quite a very well made construct. This familiar, shaped perfectly in the shape of a hawk. It's sitting there and it's just tilting its head, looking around. And he says, "But this one, go ahead and make a charisma check."
Charisma? Just a charisma check, eh? Whoa. Another 19.
Alright, he just says, "This one, and he says, 'May I?' And he sort of gestures forward to sort of touch your fur.
Yeah.
He
I'll
reaches
extend
forward
my arm.
and brushes and make a perception check.
Perception. Oh,
Yeah, you don't miss it. He as he touches your fur, you feel him grab a small tuft that was just sitting loosely on the outside And he quickly shoves that in his pocket. A small tuft of your fur.
Okay. What did you need that for?
Need what? Sorry, I don't know what you mean.
My fur.
Yes, it's very nice. It's very nice. Interesting color.
You can have some if you ask.
Oh, you're very kind, but that's okay. I don't need any.
I'll just let him have it.
So this one for Henry, I could probably part with him for 240 gold.
240.
For a bird? You can get those anywhere. You just grab them. It's not hard.
Could you do 200 for me?
Go ahead and make a persuasion check.
Yeah, Sticker's rolling high today.
Damn.
He says, "You know what? Maybe I do need some of your fur. Care to throw some in?"
I'll throw a small amount in for you.
Okay. I will do it for 200 gold.
I'll do it. I'll give him 200 King's Gold.
Alright. The companion you have in your possession also is able to cast one spell.
Oh, really?
And it's a once per day spell. And the spell is locate object. Because you specifically chose a hawk.
Oh,
They all do that?
very, very, very nice.
It seems like all of his constructs are made with the ability to cast at least one spell.
Is there a possibility of getting a list of what they can cast, or is it just like lucky dip?
It's not so much a lucky dip, it's more related to the type of creature the construct is.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just back home we use hawks for hunting, so good to have one. Reminds me of home.
Hunting. You use creatures for hunting. You be gone now. Be gone. Be gone. Go away. I don't want to talk to you.
We have many terrible monsters back home, and hawks keep us alive.
Make a persuasion check.
Persuasion.
So you don't hunt hawks?
No, not hunting hawks.
Ah,
Keep them as pets.
okay. I'm sorry. I thought you said you were hunting your animals. I was like, oh, you cannot harm animals. You would be the worst person in the world.
No, we're herdsmen from home. We take care of animals.
Oh, well, that certainly calms the old mind a little bit.
No, Henry won't be hurting anything.
Behind him, on a shelf, is an interesting looking hat. It is the shape of a large bulbous plant, but upside down, like you would be wearing the hat on your head, and the shape of the cone of the hat would be protruding upwards. And there is a number of little berries on the hat.
Oh, so that's an interesting little hat that you got back there.
Oh, yes, this is one back here. Yes, yes, yes. Would you like to take a look?
Oh, what do you use it for?
Oh, this is for, use when you need to eat. Yes, yes, all these berries, they are very edible.
Ah.
very handy if you need to feed your pets too.
Do the construct pets need feeding?
All pets need feeding.
What do you feed, Henry?
Oh, just a little bit of feed, like maybe a berry or two.
Oh, cool. I'll make sure he's properly fed.
But the hat, if you are interested, it goes for 100 gold. But for you, good sir, I would do it for 70.
Poor. I'm getting a little bit tapped today. So you say it's good for feeding pets?
Pets, people, it doesn't matter.
Okay.
Are you familiar with the goodberry spell?
I guess he would be sort of familiar with it. Yeah.
It
sounds familiar.
It provides good berries.
Oh, okay. And they grow on the hat.
Yes, yes.
But what does the hat look like?
I did kind of describe it before, but it's a bit difficult to describe, so I'll just do
Sticker has a particular taste in hats.
I don't know whether I can just straight paste it in here now.
Oh wow, okay. Let's say, do you have to wear the hat for it to grow?
What else would you do with the hat? Of course you wear it.
Okay.
But it only stores one berry at a day.
Ah. I'll let it pass. Thank you very much.
Not a problem. And good luck finding Prince Shin.
Yes, thank you very much. We'll keep looking.
And he turns around and he looks at Harry and he says, "Did you see that, Harry? He's taken... He'll have a good home. I'm sure of it."
I'll take good care of him.
Harry doesn't respond.
Cool. I think that'll do for us to go shopping.
Okay.
Out of money to too.
Anything for anyone else?
Not shopping wise, but just trying to find some information about the Prince Shen dude. What I'll do now.
Oh, yeah, that's right. You were asking around. For the most part, most people say that they've definitely heard of him, but don't really know where he is. You get the odd feeling from somebody, from the odd person here and there, that they've seen him about in multiple places. So many of them are like, oh, you know, he's in this place and he's in that place, and they're all different to each other. So it seems like he's a traveling merchant.
We'll have to run into him on our travels for the looks.
I remember we were looking for him by the time we find him.
We'll just run into him one day and be like, oh, that's who we're looking for.
You mean after he disappears? It's like, wait a second.
Wait. But we were going to go to the armory or something, weren't we? Try and find our way to find someone.
Is that what you're all doing?
I assume so.
Yeah, we'll head to the armory.
Okay. So you make your way back towards the castle, but just at one of the buildings on the outside, where you see a few soldiers standing about. They don't seem to be on guard duty or anything like that. They seem to be very at ease, so to speak. Just milling about. A lot of them have put down their weapons and shields and even taken off the odd armor piece or two just to make themselves more comfortable. But you do see a stall set up with one particular guard standing out front. He's taken his helmet off and he has his weapon and shield down the side. And it does seem to have a collection of ammunition, weapons, armor. And he just sees you approach and says, more of you.
But you already had a group come through?
You are in the king's duty, are you not?
Yes.
Yes, we've had a number of parties come through, almost cleaned us out every time, but we've only just been restocked this morning. What is it you're after?
What have you got?
You can see behind me, I'm certainly not hiding anything. You can
No,
see a collection of multiple different types of martial weapons, simple weapons, different armors from wooden armors. There is plate here as well, but all of the armors seem to be slightly damaged. They wouldn't necessarily do any less protecting, but they're not the top quality.
Yeah.
They're secondhand. Same with the weapons.
I look towards the group. Does anyone see anything they like the look of?
Does anyone need anything in particular? Any weapons, any armor?
I don't. Unless got like.
Can anyone use heavy armor in this group? Yeah.
Technically, one person could, but he doesn't really have the strength for it. He's wearing it already, though.
Wait, Jack's wearing heavy armor.
Cleric, yeah.
If he doesn't have the strength for it,
he's not carrying pretty much anything else.
Oh, just okay.
I think he's wearing medium.
Does anyone need any armor at all? Or weapons?
I think I'm good.
There's a costume? No.
I ended up buying that rose. They weren't too expensive. So.
Is there anything particularly like refined here, or is it all just like basic?
No, everything here seems to be secondhand of some sort. Like there's no like plus weapons or anything like that. They all are standard weapons. So if there's a particular one that you haven't acquired yet that you want to put in your equipment, could be the place to do.
Do you have any like shurikens or like darts?
So like throwing weapons. They do have a few throwing weapons here. We'll probably pick up, say 10.
I'm just replacing the one that I threw.
There's probably about 10 here you could get as a bundle for about 1 gold.
What about extra arrows? I'm gonna look over towards Darian.
I am completely ready for anything with the amount of arrows that I've got.
How much for a single dart?
A single dart would probably set you back 2 copper.
2 copper.
There is arrows here. They're not broken or anything like that. They are in working condition. And the bundle price on these is about 20 silver.
I'll just pick up one extra dart.
Okay.
Just to fill up my pouch. I'm good.
Anyone else?
Well, I'm good for weapons. There's no potions or anything here. It's
Just equipment, yeah?
Just the equipment.
Yeah, I've got the best armor I can wield at this stage, or close to, and my bow is fine as it is. Same with the amount of arrows that I've got, so I think we are Gucci.
Is Ellie with us at the moment? Or is she still sleeping
She's
on the
still
roof
on the
somewhere?
roof.
Yeah, until someone comes by.
Might
Going
have
back
picked her up.
to you, is there anything else you want to particularly do while you're up on the roof?
No, not really. Maybe just get a good feel for just the city and, you know, the local wildlife and just listen in on conversations, sort of thing. Be a snoop.
Conversations might be a little tricky being up high on the roof. These buildings are probably the height of 3 stories.
These are the highest buildings I've ever climbed in my life, so this is very exciting.
Yeah, so they're not they're the height of 3 stories with only like a single story, maybe 2 stories at most inside. So
Sure.
it's like just really high roofs. So where you're up there, you're probably not hearing much more than just a little murmur or a
Din, just like unhearable chatter, like crowd noises.
Yeah, not so much any specific words or anything. You could give me a perception check if you want to try and hear something, but
Sure, just see if anything sticks out. Let me. Ah, shoot. Click my character sheet and it just closes itself. There it is. Oh.
Are you on?
Oh, that was rolled on GM. Sorry, that's a 22.
That's right. I'm looking at my other screen because I got other stuff up on the other one, but yeah, that's cool. 22. For the most part, there's not much you can make out, but you do hear a band go past. Looks like about 6 people, all different shapes and sizes, and you hear them talk to what you think, making out from where you're standing, is Captain Vron, and you hear them make out the words Demon Wastes.
What waste?
Demon Wastes.
Oh, interesting.
Demon Waste?
You get the feeling that this is another adventuring group and they've selected the Demon Wastes as their target zone.
Oh, alright. Yeah, not much for me to do. Any birds around? Looking up at the sky?
There's a number of seagulls around here.
Hey,
there
new
is the
friends.
odd albatross that you see in the distance. Even a pelican or 2.
I'll give them a couple waves as they fly by, laying down on the roof.
All you get back is a bit of a...
Birds. Yeah, not much.
Okay. And after about 2 to 3 hours, because that was quite the shopping journey, heading more now into the afternoon, you see your friends heading back towards the Thornted Brace.
Alright, well, I guess I'll just slide on down then.
Okay, go ahead and make an acrobatics check.
It's 3 stories, right?
Yep.
We're feather falling for this one.
Okay.
Just cast feather fall on myself, and I'll just kind of jump off and float down.
Alright. No problem. You get down to the ground safely, and one of the guards sees you land on the ground, and he spins around and he says, looking up at the roof, and he's like, were you just up there?
Yeah? Is there a problem? Is there a sign that says don't go up on the roofs?
And he's a very young looking soldier, like, looks like he might be recently conscripted.
Oh boy, I'm gonna follow this man.
And he just says, not supposed to be up on the roofs.
But do you have something that says I shouldn't be up there, or is that just something you think?
There's something that says you're not supposed to be up there is the soldiers. I think I need to go tell my sergeant.
Oh no. Do you really think you need to waste your time with that, with someone just having a nap? You got better things to do with your day to day.
Make a persuasion check.
Okay. Listen, a fine young man like you has got better things to do than just muck about telling young women not to just sit on roofs and sunbathe for a bit.
He sort of looks around and he says, "Right, well, maybe I don't need to tell my sergeant, but
Yeah, you got
just
better
don't
things
climb
to
on the
do.
roof."
And what'll he'll make you do paperwork. Oh, that sounds awful.
Yeah, you're right. I don't like paperwork.
Good man. I'll see you around.
See you. And he
Yep.
sort of waves and then retracts his hand quickly, like, I probably shouldn't have done that.
You just get that man fired.
As long as nobody says nothing, if it didn't hit you, it didn't happen. Now get on with your patrol, soldier. And I'm just going to slip off into the crowd before any problems arise.
You got it. And not before long, you meet up with the rest of the group.
Good. Hi, Al. How we doing? Everything sorted out?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a nap.
Oh, not bad. Said hi to a few birds, took some sun in, just had a moment to think about a few things myself.
Hey, actually, I've got a question for you.
Oh, a question for me? Oh, you sound like my pa.
You're magically inclined,
Oh, a little bit.
and I'm just gonna lean over to you and whisper. Do you have the ability to know things about magic stuff by touching it?
No? No, that's a bunch of, that involves like words and learning and the whole knowledge thing.
Okay.
Listen,
And-
I can make magic go away. Damn good at that.
No, I'm just looking for someone who's like, touch stuff and learn about it.
No, book learning is not my forte.
Oh, good. Yeah, because I came across something. I just want to know what it is.
Listen, if you really think that we need something like that, if we need, you're gonna probably have to find another magic man. Or I could try work on it, but like it's gonna be a bit of a stressor.
No problem, no problem. And I go, hang on. And I look over towards, what is Dragon's character called again? Lisette and Sal. I'm like, I look back towards Ellie and go, suppose I could ask these two. You reckon they might know it? And Ellie's silence kind of freaks me out a bit, so I just walk away. I'm going to walk over to Lisette and Sal. And once again, I'll apologize to Sal for ruining his sale.
Is what it is.
But then I'm going to look towards the two of you and go, do either of you have the ability to magically, know stuff about items?
As opposed to normally knowing what an item is?
No, I've come across people in the past who can just, touch an item and know stuff about it. Do magic and shit. I don't have that kind of ability. So maybe one of you two did.
I'm just gonna look at Lizette.
No, I've never needed to identify magically anything. Everything's been pretty normal in my life, so why
How
would
do
I know?
4 magic users not have one cast of identify between them?
Because I literally have
Economies in
95% ice magic.
The person that actually has identify is pissed off at you, so no. So I wouldn't have told you that.
I kind of figured. That's what I'm like, no.
You have a little mechanical bird though, right, Jarker?
Oh, I do it now, yeah.
Oh,
Henry.
look at you, ain't you cutie? And a little scratchy scratch on the top.
Yeah.
Oh, what's his name?
Henry.
Who named him that?
Well, I don't know. I might have to change his name. But that's what he
Oh.
If it's already used to the name, it's probably better not to change it.
Are you some kind of pet expert?
I wouldn't say
Well, I
that.
usually am, but these things are mechanical.
Whatever he is quite darling. He's a good boy.
He is pretty awesome.
So, what does he do? Just sit there and look funny, or has he actually got something special with him?
I don't know. Apparently, he can do some cool stuff. Like, really, hawks are really good at finding things and being able to see far.
No, that makes sense.
Yeah.
A little bit like me, actually. You're not thinking of replacing me, are you?
No.
Alright.
You know, so that when you lose some of those feathers, I can probably add them to him.
Slowly the feathers start building up on the mechanical shell. You see my feathers anywhere?
I will add that before you can use Henry to do anything of the things that he can do, you will need to attune to him.
Yeah, okay. He's magical. That's no way. No, I'm not fully sure where he could do yet. I'll have to probably try him out tomorrow or something.
Well, he's just a darling. If you need anyone to look after him, you just let me know.
Oh, definitely. You can hold him now if you want.
Amazing. I wanna hold Henry.
He's gonna hop up on your shoulder.
Yes, good bird, good bird. My love, best boy.
You get the feeling that Henry is quite comfortable sitting with you.
Yee.
Oh, look at you, he loves you.
Quite odd, because he ain't flesh and blood, but quite well made.
Yeah, I know. Crazy, hey?
Hello. Okay. I will be carrying Henry around until you want him back.
Yeah, that's alright.
So you
Yeah,
want
what are we all doing now?
I will just say as well to the magic users who were asked the question, you could spend some time with the dagger and try and make an Arcana check to see if you can identify it as well, but that would take you an hour.
I'll offer to do that for him if he wants.
Yeah, I'll unsheath this nice shiny looking dagger and just like place it down. Like it looks completely opposite to all the other daggers I have. I'll place it down. Just go. Just be careful of the blade, and I'll place it down in front of him.
I will do this.
Him.
Can you all see that?
Would the detect magic come into use anywhere here?
You could try.
I mean, it would give me at least some feeling on what kind of magic it is, eh?
Delicious blade.
Oh.
It's a dagger requiring attunement, and its blade's made of feathers.
Wow.
Well, I'll use one of my. Let me double check this here.
Alright, so did you want a kind of check, or should I wait?
I'll use one of my detect magics from it first, from my class features here.
I think it's probably not going to be a great roll for me.
Okay, so I'm gonna throw detect magic on his sticks.
Mm-hmm. You cast the detect magic, and there's a number of pings that go off immediately, not only on the blade, but also Henry pings. The pin that Lisette is wearing. A number of different things that you have that just have just lit up. So yes, you do get the feeling that this is magical.
I think so. Stickers.
So do I get to figure out what kind of magic it is, or just that there is magic?
It's enchanted. So it's enchantment.
So he's basically saying that in the event that you don't have 10 minutes and the identify spell, you can spend like, I think isn't it like 2 or 3 hours overnight and an Arcana check to see it do essentially the same thing but just without the identifier.
Yeah, my wording before was an hour, but I'd be okay with an hour of doing that with spending time with it uninterrupted.
Sticks. Would stickers like braces and weapons give like a super faint glow? Like a fading light.
The gauntlets that Sal is wearing certainly do.
Cool.
Don't think yours would.
Okay.
No.
Alright.
So you're currently outside the Flaunted Brace. Do you wish to go inside and spend the hour to try and identify it?
Sure. You want the Arcana roll now?
Yeah, go for it. If everybody else is doing anything else in that hour. Are you doing it in the privacy of the booth?
Would probably be best to. I don't think he wants people to know what sort of weapon it is.
Just hanging out for an hour. Sticker might as well go out with Ellie and we'll just play with Henry for a bit and I'll see if I can attune to him.
No, yeah, I got to tune to that pin. No, I'll do that later.
Is Sal gonna go back and do his secret purchase while no one's watching?
No, that's burnt bridge. So Sal's
No.
going to disappear from the group and do something else.
He said.
Yeah, I know what he said.
Oh, okay.
Well, yeah. What happens on the table? The dice are what they are. So, no, Sal's going to disappear from the group. If that's okay.
Yep.
Yeah, she's going to slip away from the group while they're doing their thing in the hour. He's going to find a House Orient courier service. Post office.
Alright.
Is there one nearby?
Go ahead and give me an investigation check.
Investigation. Come on. 17.
It does take you probably the space of 20 minutes to half an hour, but you do find somewhere where you could find the courier service, yes. Would you like to send?
He's going to write a letter and he's going to send it back to Sean. He sort of like walks in the door, like, is it like a post office type thing, or is it a messenger, or?
It's pretty much just a messenger service. Like, it kind of doesn't really have a stall, so to speak, but they are sort of at a flag, like a pole in the ground that is like a flag that there is generally a shift that changes every 24 hours of somebody here who is the courier.
Yeah. Hey there, looking for somebody to run a message to Sean, if that's possible. How much would that run me?
Just to Sean, that would take you 1 gold.
1 gold, okay. And what's the security on the message?
For the extra special secret service, it would be another 5 gold.
And heard. Okay, so I count out the 6 King's Gold and hand it over.
Who is this to be delivered to specifically?
I need it sent to. I need it sent to Carla Boromar at Boromar and Associates, attorney at law, a law firm in Shan.
Okay. Will do.
and I get out a parchment and I write down a message. And I'll fold into it another 2 gold.
Okay.
The message is, and I'm using the linguist feat. So it's in a cipher that only her and I know, unless they beat the intelligence check.
Okay. So I'll roll for that because, just in case. No, they don't know. That was a 2.
That's fine. Like, I fold it up, I fold in another 2 pieces of gold into it, so that's, yep. And this is the message, just for prosperity, because...
Okay. You got it. He takes the gold and the message and promptly puts it off away in his little bag beside and leaves immediately. And as soon as he leaves, you see someone that you didn't see standing there before come out from the shadows and immediately replace him at the pole.
Efficiency, I like it. And I'm going to head back to the tavern.
Yep, no problem. For your roll, you spend a fair amount of time on this. Give me a Constitution saving throw.
Who?
Lisette.
I did this too long. It's killing me.
Stick's already throwing cursed magic items at us.
It's not so much that it's cursed. It's just sort of
It has a
balance
negative
off.
enchantment.
It's to balance off to see how well you do this more than anything.
Cursed is a derogatory word.
Christian, that's the roll of 7. Right.
Sorry, that should have been an advantage too.
Yeah. I'll roll again. There you go, that's better.
Oh, that's much better.
While that's loading, anybody else doing anything else?
I guess I'm just like idly spinning the cylinder on my revolver. Just
For an entire hour.
as it goes. Yeah, maybe like throwing my hat up and down, making no attempt to hide any of the boredom.
Yeah, well, Ellie, you want to climb up the top of that tower and I'll see if we can get Henry to fly
Oh, you know, I'd love to, but I'm a little bit in some hot water right now, so I'm just gonna wait till it cools down, and then I'll do it.
Oh, well, you stay down here. I'll climb up there and I'll see if I can get him to fly to me.
Alright, good luck. If
Okay.
you need any tips, let me know. And if you fall down, make sure to fall in my direction. I'll make sure you don't go splat.
Alright, thank you. I'm just gonna try and climb a high building, get to the very top of it.
I don't know why, but that image that I just created, when I put it into the handout, it was blurry as anything. Even though it's not blurry as an image itself, so I'm wondering if it's Roll20.
When you click on it and zoom in, it's really clear. But when it's in like that, in the actual handout, it's like, blurry.
How about now?
Blurry. But I don't know whether it's just a resolution.
If you
That's
actually-
fine. You can click on it and it blows it up, and then you can read it.
Yeah, so that should be
Magical
on the-
dagger has 5 charges. Oh.
Hey, who are you seeing it, not me?
Reopen it.
Oh, no, Jack closed it. Where is it? Comics character.
Holy shit!
There's got to be a downside to this thing.
No.
I didn't even see this. What's that?
The magical dagger has 5 charges and regains all expended charges daily at dawn. When you hit a creature with an attack roll using this dagger, I can expend 1 charge to deal an additional 2d6 poison damage to the target, or 3 charges to turn the target into stone as if I had the cast Flesh to Stone spell, save of DC 15 from the dagger.
That's something else, huh?
Man. You are now the
It is
Mandalorian.
currently down 1 charge.
Where do we get this thing again?
I bought it from a criminal contact. I went and found a fence.
Ah.
Because fence had to get rid of it, so I got it for a steal. 150
Damn.
gold.
That's excellent businessman.
That's it.
Stickers up there, but you're gonna have to be careful. that wasn't used to murder someone 2 minutes ago.
It was. He knows where it was from. It was from the bird. When he was shot
That's
off.
right. Murdered a poor bird.
You see the shopkeeper from the other side just like running after him.
Oh no.
So as you see the evening sun start to come down, do you plan to set out tonight on your journey? And are you taking the airship or the lightning rail? Or making your own way?
We should probably take one of the big boy transports.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What, the lightning rail? Or the airship?
Airship. The sooner we get this over, the better.
Let's do it.
Taking the
Whatever
airship?
way you want to go.
Alright.
Airship's probably the quickest there, isn't it?
Yeah.
Can we afford airship?
We'll get
We
one
get
free
a free one.
passage.
Okay, cool. Yeah, do it then.
So, it has about 25 miles per hour, the airship. So just to bring you back, obviously an airship can go as the crow flies, you would assume. So if we pull you back to the main map,
Route is scroll and close things.
That still fits.
Oh crap! 1,150 miles.
you haven't told anybody your location yet, so
Alright, now what?
Holy fudges!
What?
Boom!
what happened?
It's 2 days. That's not too bad.
Rolling around. Wait, so I can't say that.
Right, we can't sing
Yeah,
that.
It's about 2.5 days. 2.5 days.
How fast would it be on the lightning rail?
Oh boy.
So,
Probably like a
I
week.
still
a
advocate
week.
for airship. The airship's cooler.
Lightning rails, first class. You know. but-
Absolutely not. Think of all the things we could throw out of the plane and hit with.
The lightning rail will
Imagine-
travel at 60 miles per hour.
yeah, it's faster.
Excuse?
But it
But it's
does,
going to go around a lot
it
of
doesn't
corners.
go direct.
So it'd still take about the same time. Probably.
It is the
I reckon it'd be
lightning rail, so it is fast.
Yeah.
All right. I
Like
changed
a
my
bullet
vote to
train.
lightning rail.
It's like a bullet train.
Oh,
No, look. I'm happy to do lightning rail purely so that it'll get us there faster.
no.
Plus, we get to we get to do a boat ride as well.
No.
We're just collecting postcards and spoons all the way there.
You're
On
just
all-
stealing shit
every
from
tourist-
the dining cabin? Like,
No, as in like every stop.
yeah, hold on. Let me
This
just
is a
steal some
fucking
of
tour,
the.
man.
I'm taking the hotel soap. Give me a second.
Stealing towels.
How else are people supposed to know I'm there? Cameras haven't been invented yet.
So the lightning rail, if it travelled non-stop, you'd get there in a day, just over a day. However,
Whoa.
it will stop overnight at all of the major city locations.
Okay.
So it will stop overnight in Port Light,
Passage.
in Passage, in Fairhaven, along the way.
It'll take like 4 days.
But we could have a sick murder
Hold
on
up!
the fucking train.
Whoa! Oh, Fairhaven.
But yeah, we
Prince
could spend
Zin.
like a day in each of those places.
Do we know he's there?
He's got his house there. We know he travels, but they said that he's got a house in
He's
Fairhaven.
got a gallery.
Alright,
there.
why do we care about this man though?
Yeah, for the genie.
Oh.
To get the
Side
lamp.
quest, fuckers.
We could
It's on the way.
Plus, we could get like a murder on the Orient Express type thing going on.
Messiah train.
Ooh.
We're on
I
train.
like seeing the country as we go.
I'm good for whatever.
Okay.
But
You see off in the
still-
distance, Captain Vron has not noticed you yet, but he is standing, waiting for you to approach
Take
him.
it. Just,
Is he waiting outside the Flaunted Brace, waiting for us to walk out?
Pretty much.
Has he got a gold-
He's actually sitting
golden
inside.
process
He's
thing on?
actually sitting inside at the moment, having a drink.
Has he got a quest
Oh,
marker on
he's got
top
a
of him?
window seat.
I vote lightning round.
I know Ellie wants to
We'll see what-
fly.
We'll see what the captain says. Maybe one of them, we can't go one of them. You never know.
Right. Maybe.
I guess we'll approach Captain Vaughn.
So, you've
Ah.
made your decision.
That we have. But the way we're getting there, we haven't quite worked out. Just double checking, it's all ways available, or are we limited?
To get to
I'm-
Karrnath.
I believe the offers were one free trip in the airship or one free trip in the lightning rail.
Why not one free trip in both?
You would have to seek out the members of the house for that offer.
Oh, alright.
What's the easiest way to get to Karrnath from here?
Well, you could fly as the crow flies, but you would have to probably journey pretty close to Mornland for that. Otherwise, you can take the lightning rail. Fast, direct.
Lightning round. So much lightning round.
I'm somewhat partial to staying on the ground, if you wouldn't mind.
Okay, so it seems like the lightning rail. No,
Ellie, you can have Henry for the trip.
Yes! Okay, I'm happy now.
Just put Ellie on the roof of the lightning round.
Whee! As soon as it starts to get thrown off.
Yeah.
Are you going to spend
I
the
got
time
the
to?
deluxe package where they just duct tape you to the side of the car.
Are you going to spend the time to attune to Henry?
I mean, I didn't buy it, so I mean, it's definitely yours.
It's a long journey.
Stinger.
I could let him tune to Henry for the trip.
I can still pet him.
If Ellie wants to do that.
Yeah, I mean, you can hold on to the bird, and when you're done with the bird, I will hold on to the bird.
Was I able to attune to him during our time?
If you wanted to, that was, the option.
Oh, cool.
So is that what you want to do?
Yeah, I've attuned to him at the moment.
Okay. So
I'll listen to the pin, I guess.
Okay. You would probably need to spend another hour because you were identifying. So you could probably do that while you're on the train.
Ah, I thought that's what we're talking about. Yeah, no. I'll wait till we're on the train.
Because, yeah, your time spent doing the identify would have been the time that he would have attuned to Henry.
Okay.
So when you attune to Henry, you have the ability to cast the locate object spell once per day.
Cool.
So you have to finish a long rest for that. The other thing is when you have him around, as an action, you can choose to see through his eyes. So you could send him somewhere and look through his eyes, but you are blind. as a person yourself while you're doing this, and that lasts
Whoa.
for 10 minutes.
Whoa.
You can also use him in combat if you wish to roll him in initiative, but he will also be prone to any attacks.
Yeah, no, Henry's just gonna.
He's a construct, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Which means that healing magic will not work. You could,
Oh.
however, use something like a mending spell.
We do have an artificer.
Who doesn't have mending?
Oh my lord! What the fuck, AY?
Yeah, but he has Tinker Tools, which is used for mending.
Yeah, he's got tools. It's all good.
So
Tinker Tools are for repairs. So.
make a note of that somewhere, that all of those things, because I don't have a card for that at the moment.
That's so cool. Alright. Well, write it down somewhere.
The other thing it does is if you ever have the ability to cast spells, you can use one of your own spell slots to cast the locate object spell.
Oh my god. I want to throw long range fireballs.
So you can use Henry to do it.
The bird lands and everything, it just explodes.
In the case of that, you're not casting from the bird, you're casting from yourself, you're just casting it from your own spell slot. Like, you would know the spell because you're attuned to him.
Okay. Yeah, so it's me that gets the ability to cast that.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, you can cast it from Henry once per day, but if you wish to choose that spell, cast that spell from your own spell casting ability, you can, using the same spell slot.
Okay. Locate object. That's a cool spell. I can't remember exactly what it does, but yeah.
It lets you know the location of a specific object within X amount of space.
Oh. So if we ever need
handy
to
finding the lamp.
Yes. Perfect for lamp fighting.
You can find lots of objects that people are carrying.
Yeah, so he can cast a spell. Oh, and I can see through it. Cool.
Okay, so do you wish to set out immediately, or do you wish to stay the night and leave first thing in the morning?
No, if we're going to be going overnight, I wouldn't mind setting out now.
Yeah, the overnight train.
There is
Sit on the train for a while.
there is the late train. It leaves around 9 p.m. There are services through the night, graveyard shift. They're not typically recommended. It's when a lot of the dodgy sort of passengers would ride. Generally, you'll find smugglers or mercenaries will ride on the midnight graveyard shifts.
Dodgy.
So
We fit right
in just perfectly. Okay, I'm pretty eager to get out of here. If you wouldn't mind, if we could leave tonight, that would be the best.
Let's go on an adventure.
Given all of us, I think we'd all want to go at fucking night time, but.
So the interesting thing about this is there is a station at Rote, and you remember that this is also a floating city, which is makes it kind of unique because the train is on tracks. So there would have to be tracks that journey from the floating city down to the ground, but there's not. Instead, at the station, you see immediately ahead of the train, the tracks lead off into a portal.
Whoa.
And at the rear of the train, you see a portal entrance where the tracks lead to the station. So in order to get to Rote, the train passes through a portal and then stops at the station at Rote, and then when it leaves, it heads through another portal and continues on.
That's cool.
It's excessive, but
It's a very rich place.
yeah.
So as you pile all your gear in together, what carriage do you wish to sit in?
How much money does it cost, and how much money do we have?
The trip is
Free.
The trip is free.
Free, obviously first class.
Okay, you can trip in the first class. You will be surrounded by many other people of nobility.
Ew.
Can we wander the carriages?
You can, but you'll generally find that there's not much else to really do. Like, you can go to the food carriage and get
Should
food.
have brought Mad Libs.
You can travel from the front to the back, but it is generally like there's not a lot to do while you're on the train itself.
Find a nice place for the bed. Do they have those like overnight carriages?
They
The
do for the
beds?
first class carriage, yes.
Awesome.
They pretty much just sleep in your bench on the other carriages.
Yeah. First class.
No, they're gonna lift my luggage.
It's free, so why not?
Alright. So they pile your stuff in together, and as the sun continues to set into the night, you venture forth from Rote through the portal, and that's where we're going to leave it.
Oh, good. Getting hungry.
Do we see through the portal?
I don't know, Alice.
Thank you for the